Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are doing something a bit different in the start of a new series. Now, I was in the series I was teasing about in the Discord server that I need to think about that a bit more and plan that out. This is a new series completely. And this is sort of a test video, but not really. It's just to make sure I could do this legally and copyright won't put the hammer down on me. So today we are reading Colorado&Southern Railways D&NO route. This is a book by James R. Jones, known as Jim. So James R. Jim Jones. Basically, this tells the story, or many stories, of the Colorado&Southern's Denver-New Orleans route, or the Denver-New Orleans Railroad too, and its many versions that existed afterwards, and its successors and whatnot, and the towns along the line. So today, we are going to read sort of we're going to read to just before the first chapter. Now, this is a total of 6 pages, and we're going to read to the forward in the table of contents. So here we go. Colorado&Southern Railways, the Denver and New Orleans route, by James R. Jim Jones. This is limited edition number 210. It is signed by Jim Jones himself. To Del A. McCoy of Sundance Publications, who agrees there is more to Colorado than snow-capped Rockies. Without him, these rail tales might have never been told. James R. Jim Jones, the owner and producer of Telltale Productions, is a third-generation railroad enthusiast. Jim, a Burlington, Vermont native, has maintained a lifelong interest in railroading. His love for underdog trains and communities they served stems from childhood locomotive rides with his father, noted railroad author Robert C. Jones. Jim's grandfather, Cecil O. Jones, began the family tradition in 1916 when he signed on with the Canadian Pacific. Jim adds, Grandpa had 2 job interviews, a bank and a railroad. Had things come out differently, you might be holding a bank book in your hands. Jim has authored 2 Colorado Prairie Railroad Chronicles for Sundance Publications Limited. Self-published, Keysville, Estable, Chasm, and Lake Champlain Railroad. Adirondack Mountain Gateway, New Haven Junction to Bristol, Vermont. Crossroads to Cassett, Trolley Wires to Rubber Tires, Burlington, Winooski, Essex Junction, Vermont. And Colorado&Southern Railways, Denver and New Orleans route, the book we're reading currently. And sorry if I butchered any of those names. Sorry. Assisted his father on several Vermont books, and to prove he doesn't have a one-track mind, co-authored former ESPN and AWA wrestling personality Larry Nelson's Stranglehold, an intriguing behind-the-scenes glimpse into the private world of professional wrestling. Jim's rail-themed photos have been widely published in books, magazines, and calendars for 13 years, from 1987 to 2000. Jim was a Denver-based major market and national network radio personality. His voice has been heard by millions worldwide. Jim added technical communications and U.S. history degrees with highest distinction from Metropolitan State University to his credentials during those years. The advent of digital equipment and software gave rise to his media professionals' unique video and publications. Jim's secret weapon, wife Marilee, sorry if I mispronounced that, Mr. Jones, lends her editing skills. Jim is excited to return to the high plains of Colorado for its updated and streamlined take to his long out-of-print Denver&New Orleans, In the Shadow of the Rockies, Sundance, 1997. Preface and Acknowledgements. The engaging stories of the life along the Denver-New Orleans Road and its successors are more than 140 years in the making. My 33-year passion for this subject delivered a 376-page hardbound from Sundance Publications of Denver in 1997. Its updated sequel and a pair of full-length documentary films, Denver&New Orleans, In the Shadow of the Rockies, and Colorado&Southern, and CS Colorado&Southern Railway, Here Comes the Flood, There Goes the Train. The people I have known on this wonderful journey continue to grow in warmth and number. Much of the research material and special consideration was provided by Arapahoe County Planning Office, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Capstan Mining Co., Cherry Creek Valley Historical Society, Colorado College, Tut Library, Colorado Railroad Museum, Colorado Springs Clerk and Recorder's Office, Colorado State Archives, the Denver Public Library's Western History Department, Denver University Archives, Douglas Public Library branches at Castle Rock and Parker, Elbert County Historical Society, Elbert County Library branches at Elizabeth and Kiowa, El Paso County Assessor's Office, Gates Rubber Company, History Colorado, Calmback Media, Optimia Battery Co., Parker Area Historical Society, Pikes Peak Library District, the Pioneers Museum, Pueblo County Courthouse, Pueblo County Historical Society, Pueblo Library District, Rocky Mountain Railroad Club, Summit Brick and Title Co., UnionPacific Archive Collection, and the USDA Aerial Field Photography Office. I'm grateful for those who have provided oral interviews, photographs, maps, illustrations, encouragement, and friendship. Thanks in alphabetical order to sorry if I pronounce any of these names wrong. Merle and Ava Adams, James Adams, Matt Anderson, Vern Anderson, Bob Andrews, Ariel Escherman, Bruce Barrett, Gordon Bassett, Ed and Nancy Bask, Kenneth Broge, Sir Earl Brown, Gerbert and Rosa Lee Carlson, Jean and Dorothy Carver, Russ Coleman, Peter Cullen, Clarice Crowell, Helen Daly, Tom Daniels, Robert Denny Jr., Mike Downey, James L. Ehrenberger, Burton and Nellie Elsner, Irwin and Betty Engert, Lily Bell Evans, Janet Everett, Hugh Feltman, Ray Felsenberg, Keaton Forrest, Jim Freeman, Marguerite and Gabe Hart, Monty Gaddy, Jim Gibson, Lloyd and Earl Glazier, Ruth Oaks Golf, Tom Goodston, Hazel Graves, Matt Gray, Larry Green, Rail Wallen, Helen Gresham, P.R. Bob Griswold, Carl Guy, Edward J. Haley, Jonah Hardin, Robert Herman, Lynn Hayes, Russell and Monty Hall Higgins, John and Lucy Hoffman, Gene Hoy, Art Hudson, Jim Hudson, Harry Jackson, Merle and Kathy Jessup, Clyde and Joni Jones, Mary C. Jones, Janet J. and Robert C. Jones, William C. Jones, Tom Killinger, Al Nickelbein, Bill and Sue Knowles, John Cobert, Donald Kramer, Bonnie Larshield, Alan C. Lewis, Myrtle Ling or Linge, Greg Lopez, Jez Mann, John Mark Wazowski, Jim, Carla, and Joe Martell, Ann Arks, Del A, and Rose McCoy, Bob McCune, George and Evelyn McCune, Mel Farland, Jean McKever, Wood and Ruth Miller, Hank Moore, Ellen Muscat, Ed Newman, Leland Olger, Francis Padilla, Marilyn Parker, Roland Parsons, Virginia Pease, Ivadell Phillips, Woody Ralston, Stephen R. Ramusis, Richard Rosino, Ron Ruhoff, Ed Triss, Sergeant John Chip Sherman, Ray Shawns, Ed Skirmans, Ken Sizer, Larry and Susan Smith, Roberta Smith, Marcia Snow, Louis Holberg, Barry Squirrels, Wilbur and Hazel Stepp, Bobby Stevens, Ralph Stevens, Jeff Struth, Jackson C. Throde, Lilia Tyler, William A. Skip Valentine, Aaron K. Vollrath, Judy Von Archfield, Hol Wagner, Art Wallace, Linear Clearance, and Erlene Walden, the Welt family, Lee and Jane Whiteley. Enjoy your adventure in the shadow of the Rockies, where all the fun is getting there. So, sorry if I mispronounced any of your names. Not the best with names. Table of Contents. Chapter 1, Crossing the Divide. Chapter 2, Summit to the Sea. Chapter 3, Denver to Pueblo via the D&NO. 4, The Pollywog. 5, Here Comes the Flood, There Goes the Train. 6, Taking It to the Streets. 7, Phantom Rails and Dusty Trails. Except where otherwise noted, all images are from the author's collection. Forward. Road builders' dreams were often obstructed by natural barriers. The sinuous D&NO route, later acquired by the Colorado&Southern Railway, was plagued by steep grades, sharp curves, and multiple bridge crossings, as its meandering miles twisted, turned, climbed, then descended 3 watersheds in Palmer Divide, with the exception of Denver, Colorado Springs, and Pueblo. The D&NO lacked sufficient business to sustain itself. However, it was the small towns and resourceful ranchland folk who brought the character to this rail tale. Colorado&Southern Railways, Denver&New Orleans route, transports you beyond the tracks, barbed wire, fences, thunders, sun, and snow to the life and times of a special place and the time within the shadow of the Rockies. So that was the preface and sort of up to page 6 of everything in this book. I hope you enjoy. If this doesn't get taken down, this will be the first of many things. And we may have to do the chapters in parts because chapter 1 is 25 pages. And 6 pages is already a handful for me, as you can tell. But I hope you enjoy this, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.